Welcome to another episode of Nuts and Bolts at Top of the Cop. We've got Harry.
How are you doing, Mark?
Not bad. How you doing?
I'm not too bad.
So yesterday's game then?
Where to start?
I don't know. Yesterday's game, it was so like, in the first 5 minutes, we didn't have much of the ball in the first 5 minutes, did we?
No.
And then we grew into it, but then we sort of like grew back out of it that half as well.
Yeah.
And the starting lineup yesterday, it was a good starting lineup.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was shocked that Grant weren't in the starting lineup yesterday.
Yeah, because he played alright against Newport, didn't he?
Yeah, he started well, and it was like, I didn't.
Gordon surprised me a little bit because I thought he would have started, but
And then, like, you got Roos, and yeah, then Bedu, Platt, Newborn, Jones, Ipenda, Palmer, Dennis, R3, Carter, and Bennett.
yeah.
And it was like, it was a strong side. But it was, I don't know, it's Salford, isn't it? You don't know whether, the, like, there's this psychological voodoo over, like, Notts. Oh, we'll play Salford, so we're not going to win anyway.
Yeah.
And it was weird for me to see as well, actually, how the technical board sort of like thing works. You know what I mean? Obviously, you went to Newport, you've seen it at Newport.
Yeah.
So, like, I looked up to the gantry, you've got a guy with all his computers, laptops, and then you've got Andy Edwards. It is Andy Edwards, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you got Roberto standing there.
Next to him, yeah.
Which I find it weird you haven't got, like, the number 2 in the dugout, but he's constantly talking to Slocum by earpiece. And then Slocum speaking to Patterson. It just seems so, I don't know, weird.
Yeah, but I've seen that Patterson's been looking up there as well.
Yeah. He's probably thinking, what you telling me to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I just think we need a new goalkeeper. We really do.
And a striker.
And a striker. Even with Njata back, we still need an extra striker.
Yeah.
Even
Matt Palmer shouldn't be captain. I'm sorry.
No, he shouldn't. But then other people like him, don't they? And I don't see that he's got any leadership in that on the field. You know what I mean?
No. We couldn't even string 3 passes this year going forward.
No. And also, like, the defending in the box, the amount of time the ball dropped down in the box from throw-ins and stuff from, like, Salford, we clear it, but then it comes straight back at us.
Yeah.
We was way too far too defensively set up.
Yeah. Too far deep, man.
Yeah. So, like, and our ball, this is always thingy. So I've never understood why everybody's behind the ball. No one's like up top or, you know what I mean? And it's like, they clear the ball, but there's no one there. So it's coming back all the time.
Yeah.
So you just add into like the pressure on your goal.
And I don't think we have a team play either or style because I haven't seen that yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were trying to play. We could see that Salford had one and it worked, obviously, but we didn't have one. I couldn't see it anyway.
I mean, the big elephant in the room is that was yesterday any better than any of the performances last year under Maynard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's and we've got a weaker squad than we had last year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you go back to last year's game, first home game, Fleetwood, we was 2-0 down, weren't we?
Yeah.
By the 46th minute. At the end
We
of the game, it was 2-2.
Yeah.
There was none of that fight from last year,
No.
yesterday, to get back in that game.
Yeah, because we scored in the 65th minute, and then Jody Jones scored that penalty against Fleetwood.
Yeah. McGoldrick played that ball over the top, didn't he?
Yeah. I
To
think
get the penalty.
Serena got fouled, didn't he? In the
Yeah.
box. Yeah, we didn't see that fight yesterday, did we?
No, but what we did see is players arguing between themselves yesterday.
Especially Barry Cotter and Jody Jones.
Yeah. But then you could, the thing with that is Jody Jones I think Jody Jones expected Cotter to be there, but I think he was just over the halfway line.
Yeah.
And then Newborn was having a bit of a go as well yesterday. So you got all this infighting in the team, you know what I mean? Players getting frustrated and physically showing it on the frustration. But then after that incident yesterday with Carter and Jody, we seem to be more defensive than we was before that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think Jody should be in that number 10 lot. You can't do it. I don't think. So he keeps moving to the left side and the right side every time.
Mm.
That's what I saw on Saturday.
But maybe he's doing that, the moving, maybe to surprise the opposition, or maybe because there's no support on either of them sides, he's drifting into them sides anyway.
Yeah, because Barry Cotter should be there, or whoever was playing on the right side should be there. Running down that wing.
But the first goal, it was dreadful defending. The first goal we conceded.
Keller wished to claim that ball. He just like stood on his line, just waiting for the ball to go in there. Poor defending.
And then just before half time as well, they was so unlucky. Well, they could have been 2-3-0 up at half time. But just before the half time whistle, what was that defending?
Tell me about it.
And then half time, it's like, oh, you think you're gonna see like a response or something? He's gonna give them that rocket, you know what I mean? They're gonna come out and it's gonna be more high intensity, more like figgy, but
it was the opposite.
Yeah. And then their second goal, it was like
a mistake from the back.
Yeah.
Passing it too long, like making those extra passes when we don't need to. It's just like last season, wasn't it? Passing it around too much, and about making the mistakes, and obviously that cost us the goal.
It's about having options to go forward as well, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you haven't got them options to go forwards, then ball. They say reluctant in playing like a long ball, aren't they?
But I not understand that Newport last Saturday, even though we didn't do it all the time, we hoofed those balls from defence forward. It didn't matter where it goes. But on Saturday, we played it around the back. So my question is, why did we change? From going from hoofing the ball forwards to passing it around at the back, which I don't get.
Or needlessly knocking it out for a corner when you had time to like clear it upfield.
Yeah.
Which happened quite a few times yesterday. I mean, you can't read too much into it. It's 2 games into the
football season.
And you know what? If you stay positive, like you look at, say, like other teams who went up last year, some of them had really dreadful starts. I'd sooner have a bad start to a season
And get promoted, yeah.
and get promoted, rather than where we usually start well, don't we? And
Yeah.
then fall off just before, like, we usually have that fall off like end of October.
Near November, December.
Yeah, and then come back into it in December, and then probably fall off again in February and stuff like that. So I'd sooner
Yeah.
like have this rocky start to the season, and
Yeah.
then have a better end to the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But is it going to work? I mean, it feels like we've sold players and we've let players go because of wages or whatever. We don't want to pay the right sort of wage for like McGoldrick and stuff.
Yeah.
But we haven't replaced any of them what's gone, like Dan Crowley, Langstaff.
Yeah.
And we're not replacing them with anything better or as
No.
good as, you know what I mean? We we've got so many loans in, we've got free transfers. It's like if we get promoted, we're gonna do it as cheap as possible.
Yeah, because I think out of the 11 that we've signed, don't we have 5 on loan? Is it 5?
Yeah, 5 on loan.
And then obviously 6 permanent, but on a cheap.
On like one or some of them are on a 1 year
One, yeah,
1 year
or 2.
contract with an option of a second year.
Yeah.
But you know, it's. I mean, what do you do with the captaincy? He's going to stay captain for the rest of the season now. I can't see him losing it. Do you know
No.
what I mean?
But I don't think he's captain material.
No, I didn't. But I think. But who would you have as captain?
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
on Saturday, I saw on Saturday that there was no one on that pitch that had captain material. No. Who would you give it to out of that starting 11? Maybe no one. I can't see no one having it apart from that Palmer until the end of the season.
no, I was just reading a comment of the figure. But, I mean, we got Wigan Tuesday night, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you go to the Wigan game?
Yeah, I am. Not looking forward to it.
But in fairness, they say cup games are cup games, and but what sort of side? Because didn't he tell the radio interview that he's not going to rotate his squad?
Yeah, that's what he said. So the guy that was doing the radio asked him if, obviously, because Carabao Cup's normally chance for players that haven't started in the league to have a chance. He asked him if he was going to start those players. He said, "No, I'm not going to rotate the team. I want to have like a, would you say, like a positive impact, maybe
A
from the
consistent starting 11.
yeah, from the game on Saturday. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to change anything, but I think he will do. I think he'll change a couple.
A positive thing. I can't really tell. Apart from Luca's goal yesterday, there weren't much positive in it, was there?
No.
So it struggles. And then if you get into this habit of losing, then it becomes another problem.
And as Sonny yesterday, I don't know why, as a defender, you should never turn your back. You did it 3 times yesterday, from what I saw.
Yeah.
You should never turn your back as a defender. And he's done it 3 times to nearly
He's
cost
young
them
though, isn't he?
goals.
He is young.
Yeah.
You know, so he's still kind of learning, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's still kind of learning.
And I thought Pratt was holding the ball up for too long. But then no one was giving him options to pass it forward. So he had to go back to the keeper, didn't he?
it just seemed like we like so much of a backward step yesterday.
Yeah, because obviously everyone. Sorry, Mark.
In my opinion, it just seemed like we were so it was so backward stepping yesterday, and I don't like sort of like I'm struggling. Like I said, you struggle to see what the play style of the team is,
Yeah.
and in tactics, you don't. He's like I'm not seeing anything different
From
yet
last season.
from last
Yeah.
season. You know what I mean? Like the Newport game was like not even under Luke Williams, where we'd we'd have a really good first half,
Yeah.
but then we wouldn't do it really in the second half. And it just seems
No.
like there's either a fitness issue as well, or we'd have a really dreadful first half and then play really well in the second half. It's like we can't be consistent for like 90 minutes.
Well, yeah, it could be fitness issue, but then Patterson's also said that he's been training them on it on their fitness in pre-season, so that should be working. But yeah, we've seen a lot last season where it's either the first half or the second half they play really well, and we're not consistent in both halves to get the performances that we need to get the win. Like other teams are showing.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna go on. I'm not gonna sit on here, or I'm not gonna sit on. I'm not gonna sit on a TikTok live, and I'm not gonna make videos saying, "Oh, Patterson out." Even after 10 games, he says, "Judge me after 10 games." Even after 10 games, I'm not gonna do it.
No,
It
it's too early still. Isn't it?
I just don't see why. I'm struggling with. I've got the main thing. I think the owners. I'm struggling to see their vision.
Because with the style of play that the owners have, we're not going to get an experienced, good manager in. We're always going to get a National League or like lower end League Two manager or something.
I won't even say a lower end League Two manager. You're always gonna probably get somebody that you haven't really heard of. It's
Yeah,
probably somebody who's like been a caretaker for a couple of games, and they want that sort of like a jump into like a main role as an head coach.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Rather than an experienced one, because the technical board would anybody with like experience who likes to sign their own players and like have control over that
yeah,
ain't gonna sign up for this. Where oh right, we'll sign the players,
yeah,
and then basically you could have a meeting before the game, you could have a meeting
yeah,
after the game.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're gonna keep feeding you stuff all the way through the game. We're gonna tell you when to make substitutions and stuff like that. Who's gonna sign? Who's gonna sign up for that?
Not no one from the top of my mind.
I mean, I know this is outrageous, right? And I'll probably get a lot of stick for saying this, but and it probably good for you to clip, right? Is could you imagine Josie Mourinho at Meadow Lane
Oh
being
my
told when to make a
god.
substitute?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? That's
or like Pep Guardiola or someone like that,
yeah,
being told when to make a sub, who to buy. It just won't work.
no. And anyway, we could never afford him, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that, for instance, you would. You can imagine Brian Clough.
Oh no. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
be that sort of like be like these strong managers, and you've got a lot of strong characters as football managers.
I think that's what someone that Nats need, but we're not going to ever get it with the style of play that we are having currently.
But is it like the style of play is so set in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, do you think Notts County got an early kick-off voodoo then?
Yeah, we don't normally do well at half-time kickoffs, do we? Not recently, anyway.
No, we don't. We don't
What?
seem to play very well, do we? Like you got like last year the half 12 kickoff at Wimbledon, wasn't it? Plough Lane. That was
Oh,
dreadful.
no. Don't get me
Knots never
started on
even
that
turned
one.
up, did it? They never
Literally,
turned up.
I think do we only have that one shot on target as well?
Yeah,
No,
well, was it
that
that
was at
one?
the end of the game.
And then Colchester was another one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then we went, didn't we? We went to Gillingham. We won at Gillingham, didn't we? Because McGoldrick
Yeah.
scored from outside the box, didn't he?
That lovely chip
Yeah, that was at half
over
12.
the keeper. Yeah. We didn't have many.
No,
I mean,
it's like, but I don't know. Home, when we play early at home at the beginning of the season, I don't know. It's like a Friday night as well.
like Mansfield, when we played Mansfield,
Yeah,
we lost 4-1. That was early kickoff.
yeah. I don't like early kickoffs at home, and I don't like Friday night kickoffs at home,
No, I don't.
and I definitely don't like going to Wimbledon at all.
No.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. It's
that
dreadful.
Wimbledon one was dreadful.
Both of the Wimbledon ones, to be fair, were dreadful.
Yeah,
In the league and the playoffs, that was dreadful.
I don't know. Like with the Friday nights, though, it's like the players are like, "Well, we get done here, we're done and dusted, then we can go out for a drink." You know what I mean? That's my feel with a Friday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, because we didn't do well against Gillingham on a Friday night, I think. I
And
think we lose
also,
like 3-1.
if you remember last season,
Yeah.
like skipping forward to like the Shrewsbury game when we got them on a Wednesday night because it's been moved because of the cricket,
Yeah, at Trent Bridge.
and then we're playing Saturday. But when we had that last season, didn't we lose on the Saturday? We had a game in midweek on a Wednesday. We played on a Wednesday because Forest was playing on the Tuesday night. Our game got moved to the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Was it was it the Cheltenham game?
Try to think now. No, because that would have been on Monday, wasn't it?
No, we played.
Cheltenham on Monday.
Didn't we play? Which game was it where we played? Can we go back to last season's fixtures? We'll just ramble on about the.
Who do we? I
We
can't
played a
remember now.
Tuesday night game, didn't we? And matches. Let's go back. Should be able to get back on here.
I know we played Barrow on a Tuesday night. That was away. Goldrick saved us to the last minute to make it 1-1. Was it Colchester at home?
I don't know. We played two games. We played one on a Wednesday and then one on. Trying to get last year's.
Remember.
Anyway, it's irrelevant anyway, isn't it? But that's my thinking. We played two, and I'm sure we lost on the Saturday. We played on the Wednesday night.
But I can't really remember.
I think there was both at home as well.
Yeah, because we got Shrewsbury on the Wednesday, and then is it Bromley on the Saturday?
Yeah.
That's going to be Jack's first game, though, isn't it? Bromley.
Bromley, I think Bromley is his first game, but will he still be at the club then?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
who's going out between now and the end of the window as well?
Yeah, because he's missing Wigan, Barrow, Shrewsbury. That's 3. Yeah, so he'll be back at Bromley then.
Yeah, he's got 4 games left to do, hasn't he?
And it 3 because yesterday's game was 4th.
No, that was his third, wasn't it? He missed the second leg of the playoffs. He missed Newport and he missed yesterday's game, Salford game. So he's got 3 more to do.
3 more. So that's Wigan, Barrow, Shrewsbury. Yeah, but he'll be back for Barrow then. If he's still there.
Yeah, if he's still there.
Also, I do think Jody might go.
See, when you mention this, the Notts fans get quite upset. No, he won't go. But we are overloaded on one side, aren't we?
Yeah, like, and it a bit. What word can I say? A bit. Yeah, it's a bit weird that we have like so many players on Jody's side. I know he can play both sides, but he prefers to be on the left, and we have so much players on the left. So does that mean he's going?
Or are they expecting a bid to come in from him for him to go? And then
Yeah,
we say, well, we've got Cooper anyway, so it don't matter.
yeah,
But then say like Jata goes and say Jody goes as well,
yeah.
right? Then we have got a
We have
really weaker squad.
we have lost a lot of goals if Jody and Jota goes.
Well, we lost a lot of goals. McGoldrick was like 20 goals.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Dan Crowley came in with goals. You see, Langstaff scored yesterday. McGoldrick scored yesterday. Sam Austin scored yesterday.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're trying to like spread the goals around the team, but that's normally what's the case there. So.
But if you're gonna pass the ball and keep passing it and not take them shots, not have them like figure, that's what we overplay. When there could be like an opportunity of playing that ball, and like having a shot, but no, we'll look or we'll run into like the opposition. You know what I mean? And lose the ball.
I think if you can remember when Jody was in the second half, where Jody was running down the middle, he passed it to Conor Grant, and Conor Grant holded the ball up for too long and lost it.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday, Palmer did my head in yesterday? It was like you had Cotter clear on the left side.
Yeah.
And rather than passing it to Cotter, he turned along the way across the centre, past the centre circle, and you're like, why? He was clear. You know what I mean? It's so like, and I think that's what frustrates a lot of the fans as well. We play like we'll play down one side more than the other. You've got more threat on the opposite side, but we'll go and play down that side.
Yeah, because we normally play more forward. Do you know when that Jacob Adeau's side, we normally go more forward on that side than the other side. But then maybe Matt Palmer doesn't like him. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe you don't. Maybe we've got a team like now worse than last year of egos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You have like some players that don't like the players or something because they had a bad history or something like that.
Or they just don't like him as a person, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I struggle at the minute to see. I mean, I don't want Notts County to. I want Notts County to succeed. I want us to get promoted and everything else. But I'm not seeing it in the. It reminds me of the season after we played Coventry and we went out in the playoff finals, semi-finals. It reminds me of that season a lot, and I don't want it to be that season because the National League is just. It's hard to get out of.
And it's not going to help us either.
No.
I mean, it's not going to help any club, but it's not going to help us.
See, like with the owners, they want to be sustainable, and you get that, right?
Yeah.
But you can be sustainable, ambitious as well. You know what I mean? Not the sustainability and it be all and end all of everything.
Yeah.
So you've got to show ambition. Also, there's no point of being an owner, is there? If there's no ambition to get your club you own higher.
Well, because we already know that as soon as we get to the Championship, he's going to sell us because he doesn't have the. Can you say like funds?
Yeah, funds. Because you're going to need to compete in the Championship. You're talking millions and millions of pounds more, aren't you? So
yeah,
but where is the ambition? You know what I mean? Like you look at Chesterfield, most of their signings they've signed, and they get the players they are getting because they're offering them 2-3 year contracts. I'll put my teeth back in. Stability. So, like, if somebody's going to say, I'll give you a year contract, you're like, a year? I've got to move.
Yeah.
And then in a year's time, they can just say, on your bike, and I've got to move again, and I've got to look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because do you know when McGoldrick went to Barnsley, was it he 2-year contract they gave him?
I'm not quite sure
Or was it a 1-year contract?
whether it's a 1 or 2. It's good. Yesterday, I've seen a load of Barnsley fans on TikTok, their videos, and they're like, McGoldrick, he'd all be a winner in the right place, the right time.
Yeah, I saw the goal yesterday that McGoldrick scored. He was just there in the right time. The player crossed it into him, and he was just there to tap it in for the winner. That's what McGoldrick does, don't he?
Yeah, but that's experience, isn't it? You've got to have that footballing brain to be in that right place, right time.
Yeah. And obviously, Lancash's goal yesterday it was a good goal as well.
Yeah. So like you look at I think the stats said we had like seven crosses or something into the box.
Yeah.
I don't think we actually sort of like did out with either one of them.
No.
You know what I mean? There was that one when we was in the second half where we was going, I think it was Bennett. He was running down, he crosses the ball in, no one in there.
It was literally, it's normally we have a bad cross into the box and everyone's there. Or we have a good cross and no one's there. They're normally running in like a yard behind. Because it's like that Cardiff game in that pre-season where Bennett crossed it in. 2 players were going for the same ball and they both missed it.
We had 12 crosses yesterday. We didn't even get an offside. There weren't even an offside flag. We didn't even get flagged offside. Which is really strange, isn't it?
And to be honest, I think we was lucky with our goal. Because I thought Salford should have defended a lot better.
Yeah, it was a good goal for Luca. You can't, you know what I mean? But as a 90-minute performance, I'd give it about a 4.
2.5.
A 2.5. You know what I mean? But then again, you go back to it's the second game of the season. You brought 11 players in.
Yeah.
And Rome weren't built in a day.
Fans were going to say that they're going to need time to gel.
Yeah, they're going to need time to gel and stuff. You can get players in and they hit the ground running, don't they? Traore is one of them like sort of things. He hadn't had enough minutes. He hadn't been given the opportunity to be in the squad a lot more. So, you know what I mean? It might take him time to gel. But if that's the case, we could have an amazing season. We could have a terrible August.
Yeah.
We could have an average, like, sort of September. But then we could go on an amazing run till the end of the season and be right up there. You know what I mean? And get promoted. So at the moment, it's like, just wait and see. It's like Patterson saying, well, don't judge me until like 10 games, judge me after 10 games. But like, it's longer than 10 games. And we all know it's going to be longer than 10 games.
So, and I'm going off not topic, but we've seen that Bradford didn't really have a good start last season, and they in like December time really, and after that they just went on this great run of form and got themselves promoted, didn't they?
Yeah, same with Doncaster as well. Doncaster didn't have a really good start to the season, but they look where they was. Even when you had Bradford, Walsall, Port Vale, I still said Doncaster would win the league.
I think the only team that was like comfortable and sustainable was Port Vale throughout the whole season.
Yeah, they did have a lot of draws though, didn't they?
Yeah, but I know that like obviously I know that they win losses games, but they normally win more than losses. But they did have a lot of draws. But I think you could say that they were the only team in League Two last season that was sustainable and comfortable. So, because didn't Port Vale get relegated from League One, and obviously they went straight back up, I believe.
Yeah. What was that, Arrow?
Yeah, didn't Port Vale get relegated from League One the season before and got straight back up?
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yeah, so yeah, can't see why they can't do it again in League One.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, obviously they got a good. I think Darren Moore is a good, experienced League One manager, anyway, with like getting Sheffield Wednesday promoted, obviously, and trying to was he at where else was he at?
He
I
was
know
at
he was at
Bradford
Sheffield.
as well, weren't he? Didn't he manage at Bradford as well?
Yeah, he's used to that league, so he knows what to do and that sort to get promoted, obviously.
See, well, I think he'll probably do better out of all the four that went up is Doncaster.
Yeah, yeah. Because obviously Doncaster won 2 out of the 2 games so far, which is a good start for them. But then it's only 2 games in. You can't really judge the first 2, can you?
No, and Bradford are on 4 points, aren't they?
Well, I
Out of
mean,
2 games. Wimbledon have got one win and 1 loss. They beat Lincoln yesterday.
personally, I do think that Doncaster got lucky by beating. Who did they beat in the first? Was it Exeter that they beat by a penalty?
Yeah, that was lucky
That was
yesterday.
a questionable penalty, I think.
But if you get awarded a penalty and you put it in the back of the net, you deserve to win the game, don't you? And you don't
Yeah,
always see, like yesterday weren't one of them cases, was it? It was like, oh, we played really well and we lost.
yeah.
It weren't one of them games where you're like, thought we were so unlucky yesterday. You know what I mean? We should have got more out of that game.
I had a feeling though that like during the closer stages to the game, like nearly full time, I had a feeling that we might get a penalty, but that wasn't to be. Like,
Yeah,
do you know how like Fleetwood last season at home, first game of the season where
yeah.
we was 2-1 down, and obviously we did get the penalty then, but I had that same feeling, but obviously it wasn't meant to.
I just don't think we had that same hunger and desire yesterday to
No.
get back into that game. And whatever you want to say about the way Salford was time wasted, their game management worked a treat yesterday because
Yeah.
they used every opportunity to slow that game down so Notts couldn't
Yeah,
build
because
any momentum.
do you know when we scored that goal and obviously like we had the momentum, we was getting forward. We had like a couple of attacks after that first goal, and then Salford's goalkeeper went down.
Yeah,
The referee didn't see it. He got back up, and then when the referee turned around to look at him, he went back down to slow the game down.
yeah,
'Cause-
but I that was funny words it because he was down on the ground
yeah,
and he's like got his arm in the air, middle in between like the goal area and the
sorting his
halfway line,
sorting his like he was sorting out his like shin pads or something.
and then the referee paid no attention to him. He got up, didn't he? Not started attacking, and he just starts running, didn't
Yeah.
he? I was just like, if you want to see that video, it's on my TikTok.
He
But
probably felt he probably felt like we was gonna score again, so he like slowed down the game to like
you don't go
not
from needing attention, right, to just getting up and jumping up. In the first half, one of their defenders was down on the ground,
yeah.
and he did the exactly same thing, and he got back up and started running, didn't
But I don't understand. I've seen it a lot though. Yesterday's game. As soon as we get a free kick, one of the Salford players just kicks the ball away.
he? Yeah, he didn't. I see a couple of last season at the beginning, they were so on top of that, weren't they? And
Yeah.
then towards the end of the season, it's like they're not bothered. Another thing the referee didn't do very well yesterday is count 3 seconds and then start counting down from 5, did he?
Oh, don't.
Because he gave him like it was
Don't.
like
Oh
10
my
seconds
days.
before he
Yeah.
even like put his hand up.
I don't know if you've heard this from the cop, but from like right at the top, the fans were like literally counting down themselves, like how long the Salford goal was like taking. It was literally, if you're trying to imply a rule, because obviously the 6 second rule didn't even work last season, did it? Really?
Well, it's never
Because
worked when the 6 second rule was ever in, and
it
that's like
never
a
worked, did
long
it?
time. They never enforced it anyway.
So if you like say, oh, this 8-second rule, everyone said it's going to work, but it's not. They're not using it. See, because selfish keeper was like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, like, and then he took the ball, like kicked the ball.
Yeah. See, how do you get around this problem, right? And I know Notch used it, Notch have done it where they had Bass going down,
Yeah.
right? The only way you're going to sort of like stop that happening at all is if the referee deems that that goalkeeper's gone down to slow the game down, because obviously he can't go off the pitch, right? So it's one of them like cheat codes.
Mm-hmm.
They should change the rule. Well, if your goalkeeper goes down and the referee deems it like you're doing it to time waste, then you have to have one of your outfield players go off the pitch for not 30 seconds, in 2 minutes.
A minute. Yeah.
Yeah, have to go off the pitch for 2 minutes.
And also, another rule that they don't use a lot is when a player goes off injured, they go to the side, because it's never been 30. They normally come on like 5 seconds after. They don't even use 30 seconds or a minute anymore.
But don't you think that would stop them, like goalkeeper managers telling goalkeepers to go down and giving them a signal? If they says, right, your goalkeeper goes down, you lose another player for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
One of your outfield players for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you're going to put your team down to 10 men for 2 minutes. So it's that grey area of that ruling. They use it because the goalkeeper can't go up.
Yeah.
He has to go up. But if you say, well, you go down and it's not a clash with another player or anything like that, it's in the middle of the field where the goalkeeper usually ain't there. You know what I mean? He's walked there. He's managed to get all the way there and then go down. Then you're going to lose for 2 minutes one of your outfield players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's fair.
So if IFAB are listening, you know what I mean, UEFA, FIFA, there's a rule change
FA,
you could bring.
the FA,
yeah, the FA. There's a rule change you could bring in to stop that happening.
Yeah, because I know, see, when teams are winning, every single team uses that rule in the book, but the manager obviously tells the goalkeeper to go down, don't he?
Yeah.
Like waste time. Everyone uses it. You can't say your team hasn't used it.
Yeah.
Even though they have.
We've used it.
Because we've seen that a couple of times last season. I think we did it against Bradford, where Alex Bass went down for like a pretend injury to like kill the game.
And we've done it multiple times in the same game as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not being on my high horse. I'm not trying to say, well, it's a grey area of the rules, isn't it? So to stop that, you've got to come up with something saying, well, your goalkeeper goes down, there's no injury, he's just gone down for no reason, it's not an impact injury, it's not a collision right, you have to sacrifice one of your other players on the pitch for 2 minutes.
The other thing is, if the referee's not noticing it, why is the liner not noticing it? Because the liner has a better view on the side than the referee, because the referee can't see everything.
No, but they're in communication, aren't they? They've got their headsets.
Yeah.
But well, you know what? This would have been interesting, and I felt this yesterday. So if he was, what would have happened then? He's down on the ground trying to get the referee's attention.
Yeah.
Say Ruse, right? Kick the ball along, right? Launched it. It goes over the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
It goes into the back of the net. That goalkeeper's down with his hand in there like that. What happens then? Does that goal get disallowed?
But if the referee and the liner hasn't that knowledge, surely the goal would have counted.
But he's down on the floor, faking an injury. What happens?
It's going to be disallowed, isn't it?
I don't know. That's why I asked the question.
It's a hard one to tell, that is, isn't it?
You see, if I was a referee, I would have given the goal.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, but I'm just saying, like, you could be in a scenario where a goalkeeper launches it and it goes in the net. The other goalkeeper's down with his hand up on the floor saying, I'm injured. They're faking an injury. What happens then? Does it come down to the context of the referee saying, well, you're not really injured?
Well, I think that interested me. Well, that I didn't expect yesterday when we had that last corner. Oh, that's the corner. Do you know when we had that last minute corner in the 94th minute and
Yeah.
the keeper got sent? The keeper got sent up. That
Yeah.
did surprise me because not don't normally do that. They do
Yeah, but then we
send the
played a short
goalkeeper.
corner.
Yeah,
So
it's just
you bring
yeah,
your goalkeeper up
just
to
for a
play
short corner.
for a short corner. I don't know. The corner debate at Knots is like,
A new topic.
well, it's not, no, because we was having it last season, the corner debate of like
Yeah.
how dreadful Palmer's corners was. And then, was it the Salford game where we scored from a corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the people around me,
McGoldrick scored, didn't he?
yeah, the people around me were like, everyone would go, don't let him take that corner, don't let him take that corner,
Yeah.
and he puts it in, and then we score. And then somebody behind me was like, oh, well, these are the dimmer part of the Pavis stand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I goes,
Yeah. I
I
don't.
think I turned around and says to him, oh, yeah. I goes, yeah. I goes, what did I actually say? I goes, yeah, but you from the other side where you have your prawn sandwiches, you don't see how bad the corners are, do you?
Yeah.
Jody was
Yeah.
unlucky yesterday.
Well, that shot from the free kick that hit the crossbar. Yeah. I
Yeah.
got that on camera. Yeah, it's a bit unlucky. But from that position, you would have thought Barry Cotter would have took it.
I think Jody, I don't know. I would have thought Barry Carter was going to take it. I thought Jody was going to do like a fake run or something.
Yeah, but Barry Cotter did that instead. Do you
Mm,
know when we made that substitution late on in the second half? Do you know? At first he said 37 coming off for obviously it came on, didn't it?
yeah.
And it changed. That's funny. The referee didn't know what he was doing there.
No. But I don't understand. As like the refereeing is getting worse in League Two, and I'm not saying that we lost yesterday because of the refereeing decisions. I'm not blaming the referee,
No, I'm not.
but there was a decision in the second half. I think it was Badu was like near a player. The player kicks it out. The referee gives them the throw in. Like, it was unbelievable. And because I was doing my like videos yesterday for Vlogstar, and I was a bit over zoomed in. I didn't get that bit on camera, and I was like, everyone was going scratty around me. Out of like,
Yeah,
this is the standard of refereeing you've got nowadays, where like you can clearly see who's kicked the ball out, but
and it gives it the other way. Yeah.
you award him the throw in. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, also another thing that I don't get when players go more further than they should, and the referee and liner don't do anything about it,
well, it was
or they
like
take like too long to take it.
the also thing was weird. There was a challenge, not county player. I can't remember which player it is. It goes down. Referee brings the trainer on straight away and then makes him walk off with him.
Yeah, and another thing. I think it was I don't know if it was a head injury there, but not an Ox player went down. He went like that to bring the medical team, but it was already up. So
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that incident, and he made him walk off straight away to the touchline.
side, yeah.
Yeah,
So, I
I
don't know.
felt that strange yesterday, but
Yeah,
it's refereeing decisions. But you can't blame them if you don't perform.
yeah, because he weren't really that great for Salford though, were he? So it's like half and half. But
Yeah, he weren't a good referee for both
no,
sides, but you can't blame the result on the referee.
no,
You know what I
no.
mean?
Which a lot of fans yesterday did, but
Yeah.
it weren't the referee. Definitely weren't.
You see yesterday's result. You can't read too much into it. You can't. The performance weren't great. It's one of them. It's early doors.
Early days, yeah.
I mean, you can be dramatic, and I can be dramatic, and I'll say things, and people get hung up on the things I say. But it's about making content at the end of
Yeah.
the day. Like,
Yeah.
if we play like that every single game, we're going to struggle at the end of the season. That's not being dramatic. That's just having like a
We're gonna have to
long-term
check.
view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see their team go
Lose.
down or be near
Yeah.
be in a relegation battle. You
No.
always want to see your team do well. You want to see them play
Yeah.
well. And even if you lose and you play well, you're happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Harry's falling to sleep.
Yeah, I am.
You actually gonna watch? You actually gonna get to watch the Leicester Sheffield Wednesday game?
Yeah, should do. It's like, do you know every single time that we have lost a game, I can't see a game where we played well and still lost because we don't play well when we lose.
Yeah, but you can play bad and win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We have done that a lot of times this season. Well, last season, not this season.
You know what I mean? And it's early doors. You've got the TBing problems. You've got a new manager getting into play. You've got the technical board or the interference board or whatever you want to call it. So there's gonna be TBing problems, but wait and see where we end up at the end of the season.
And if it keeps going on like this, it's going to be a long season.
It's gonna be interesting. It'll be an interesting season.
Yeah.
Whether the owners decided on a different way forward, but I can't see it.
No.
I can't see Patterson losing his job at the end of the season.
No. Because they're obviously going to give him 2 years at least.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you could look at Maynard. He had a terrible start, didn't he?
He didn't get sacked. No.
He didn't get sacked. People was calling for his head at the end of that season. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
before the end of that season. And
it was what game was it? Was it Tranmere? Oh, no, MK Dons at home at 3-3 when they had the banners out for him.
yeah.
That
He's going to be there for at least 2 years. You can't, because they're not going to want to pay the compensation, are they?
No.
But like a lot of fans, I read this yesterday. There was like, oh well, we should get him, we should sack him, get rid of him, get Luke Williams back, blank check, right? But I don't think that'd work at the moment.
Because we still had the same problems with Luke Williams that we have now and last season.
Yeah, the problems was there, weren't there? We've talked about that Forest Green game.
Lots of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where it was like 4-0 up at half time and Forest Green came back to. Did they level it at one point?
What do you say?
Did they like level the game at one point?
No, I think we was always in front in that game.
Yeah.
We played really well in the first half, and I think we scored another goal, a fourth goal in the second half, didn't we?
Yeah.
Then we sort of fell to bits. But then you got the Bradford game as well.
Yeah.
In that same season where we was 4-0 up at half time. Another 10 minutes, I think they would have won. They would have drew that game or won it. You know what I mean?
Same with Forest Green. Another like 5 or 10 minutes, they could have won that game.
Yeah.
Because they had the momentum. We didn't. Because I think didn't Troy Deeney score? How many did I know he scored one.
He got a penalty as well, didn't he? Which was a questionable penalty in that game.
Yeah.
He got a penalty. Yeah. I think that was the third goal, wasn't it? The penalty.
Yeah.
Made it 4-3.
Yeah, we're going to always have these problems, though, with the style of play that we're playing with. We're always going to have those problems. Until we change it.
Under that thingy, Luke Williams, before he went, the wheels were starting to fall off anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he eventually did go. It sort of like continued.
Yeah.
under Maynard. You know what I mean? But you've got to
Yeah.
like, if you're an head coach and all the decisions about recruitment and everything else are all being made above you,
Yeah.
you're in. If they're giving you good players,
What was that?
I don't know. I pressed my fire stick on. Let me just turn it off. Where is it? Dun, dun, dun.
Thought that was coming out of my phone.
Yeah, I thought, oh god, beam me up, Scotty. Oh, that's it. You won't hear that now. Where was it? I got lost my train of thought there.
Like that style of play. I think when we were like winning games like at half time, then obviously the opposition coming back, and if there was an extra 5 or 10 minutes, they could have won that game. Like with the 4-2 Bradford, 4-3 Forest Green, like that.
Yeah, the problems was there, and I think it's an odd one, isn't it? We look back
Yeah.
and we've done all right since we've been back in the football league, but is it going to be? What's the kind of season? Everyone sort of wrote us off this season anyway.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
say they're not expecting us to do anything.
No. I can
But,
see that, but yeah.
but on the other hand, wouldn't you rather have no expectation on you
Yeah.
than being like, oh well, you're favourites to go up, and if you don't do it, then you failed. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be better just to be like the sleeping giant?
I think Carlisle's gonna have that problem. I mean, obviously, I know they won yesterday, but I think they're gonna have that problem.
But like when Notts was like got relegated to the National League, you become everybody's cup final every single week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you think refereeing is bad in League Two, then
No,
just
no,
go to the
no,
National
no,
League.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Just go to the
yeah,
National League because it's 100 times worse in the National League.
yeah.
And you do get a lot of them referees in the National League doing League One games, League Two games as well. So
Yeah, because they're all won by the same people that chooses the referees. But it's 2 games in, it's too hard to tell, but hopefully for a good improvement on Tuesday.
yeah,
I mean, Tuesday don't really matter, but you'd like to see a, what can I say? A like improvement, and like that will obviously help us on Saturdays against Barrow away.
what you want to see is on Tuesday, isn't it? Is a good performance to take into the Saturday. Like
Yeah,
if we win on Tuesday, and then we got Barrow on Saturday, you want to see a good performance. You win, and then you go to Barrow, and then say like you win at Barrow, then you've got some sort of improvement. But here's a question for you, Ara.
I know.
So we played well at Newport, right?
First off,
The first half, but we scored in the second, even though it was a penalty. So we could say even
yeah,
in that,
yeah, yeah.
we let a dreadful goal in, right? Is the problem that the players, the Notts County players, right, enjoy playing away from home rather than at home?
Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? I mean, you would like to think they like playing at home, but you have some players that prefer playing away because you're not gonna have like lots of fans like booing or like giving you pressure, really, aren't
Or do you think over the last 2 seasons we're better suited, our style of play, whatever it is, at the moment, is better suited to play away from home than it is at home, and we don't have a different style of play to play at home?
they? Yeah, I think it's better for away. Well, so far that I've seen, it's better away than it is at home. What do you think?
I think the more enjoyable games last season have been away from home.
Yeah,
Whether that's not having the same pressure as playing at home, or whether our style
Yeah.
of play is better to be like as an away team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As an opposition team rather than being the home team.
Yeah.
And not having like a different game plan and everything else to counteract.
Yeah.
Right, is that it then? Are we forget? You go back to sleep for
I
a couple
think
of
so.
hours?
No. Probably stay awake. Yeah, that's about it, really. Isn't it?
And then we'll be back. You're going away, aren't you? Before the
Yeah.
Barrow game. So
Yeah.
we'll be back on Thursday.
I'll be on location.
You'll be on location. You know what I mean? With his fish and chips and everything.
Yeah.
I'll be like sat here thinking about, I don't know, the stats, the referee, and see what
Would you get?
happens.
Do you want me to get the referee stats for next week? Or?
I'll, you know what? Seeing as you're away, leave that to me.
Yeah.
I'll get the stats for
Oh,
the referee, and
thank you. Yeah.
I'll look
No.
at, I'll get like the past X amount of games we've played him as well. So you know, it'll be just your like opinion and everything about what you think's gonna happen
Yeah.
or what you'd hope to happen. You know what I mean? Because we're hoping for a win, but
Yeah.
you know, football. You ain't got no given right to turn up and think there's 3 points on the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah. Well, we should. I think going into the game, we should beat Barrow because Barrow's like. I think Barrow's going to be one of those teams at the end of the season going to be down there in the relegation scrap.
But you know what, Ara? Your words, and this is my final comment, right? Is we don't play football on paper, we play on grass.
No, yeah, I get that. Yeah, but you know what I mean? We're like,
Yeah, I know what you
yeah,
mean. Yep, 100%. I was just having a joke. Right. It's
yeah,
bye from me, and it's bye from
and me,
Ara.
yeah.
We'll see you on
See you all.
Thursday.
Yeah.